has to.
Okay. Um. Okay. Go ahead and tell the recorder what you heard. What you heard from Sean.
Okay. So, no, you talk about it. No, okay. So, what we were talking about was the white boyfriend aspect. We need to make sure that Delia is soft but strong. She has the white boyfriend, and the menace actually gets the white boyfriend. Oh, and then tries to actually. You explain that better than I did. I'm sitting here
Tell
trying
him
to.
we're recording.
We're recording.
Okay, so Delia is actually not married to the guy in the bed that we mentioned before. The new idea is that Delia has a boyfriend, and her boyfriend's white. Um,
Because she's
so
experiencing
when
the
she wakes
knowledge.
up and she looking around, the camera focuses also on the white boyfriend that's still asleep. Okay, so in the end, of course, he's not going to be going to dream
The
space
evolution.
to the evolution, but he's not one of the forwards. But the fact is that at some point, um,
The menace.
the minute okay, when Delia starts letting go of housework, this isn't like in the beginning when Delia first started letting go of housework and she is not taking care of things anymore. And then over time, he gets really tired of it. And this is, over a few shows. And he's like, I got to get out of here. I don't know what's wrong. You don't want to go to the doctor. You only went to the doctor once. That's when
The
the
mark.
autopsy, the mark was discovered and the different
Not the
DNA.
autopsy, baby. They scrape cells.
Oh,
The
they scrape
biopsy.
cells, right? They
That's
scrape the cells of the mark. Well, so he's like, I'm getting out
I'm
of
out of
here.
here.
I'm out of here. While he was going, he was actually going. He still loves her though. He loves her to death, but
He
he
can't.
can't understand what's going on with her, and even she's probably in the middle of understanding what's going on with her. So then, when he was at the gas station, the boyfriend, he's at the gas station pumping gas to continue going. The menace approaches him and says, "Hey, and comes up with an offer like, "Hey, we'll set you up. All you need you to do is to let us know what's going on because we're figuring out that she has a bigger part in this than we thought. She's not just a forward; she's a forward leader. You know, and so we need you to." Continue to be with her, and you could be our mo. And what, trust me, after all this is done, you're going to be handsomely paid, taken care of by the United States government. And Homer is like, kind of hesitates for a minute, and then he kind of frowns for a bit. The expression is, should I do this or should I not do this? Should I just continue? Homeboy, the menace, has his hand on his hip as if, like, okay, if you answer no, I'm going to shoot you. Basically, you can kind of tell that there's a
Yeah,
stance.
it was like
It was
you
like,
didn't have
say
choice.
yes. He really
Say
didn't have a
yes
choice.
or say evolve or die, motherfucker,
And the
right now.
dude recognizes that there's something packing in his pants. So Homer's like, oh shit, this is real. That's when he finally understands that this is Delia is telling the truth about this whole thing, not just faking it. So he's like, yes, I'll do it. I'll do it. I'm going to go for it. Now, the cliffhanger is that when he comes back home, and she's like, hello. She answers the door, and it's her boyfriend, and he's like, I love you too much to leave you. Boom, end of the show. And the fact is, we want the audience to believe for several seasons that Homeboy is working with the Menace throughout the shows in the season. The boyfriend gets on the phone throughout the episodes. The boyfriend gets on the phone,
And
and he's talking with the Menace. Now, at some point, it makes you wonder if he's really working with the Menace because he gives the Menace incorrect information about what's going on.
Well, what we do see is like he'll be on the phone with the menace, and he'll give the information, and then you'll see him like slump down in the chair, or you'll see him put his hands on his head. You'll
Right.
see him
So
like
you
not
see the
really.
boyfriend like as if he really didn't. This is like towards the end, like when we finally decide to wrap the show up. Um, in the end, he starts to crunch down, and and so really and truly, in the end, while the menace is chasing after Delia. Now, keep in mind, we did say before that the menace is starting to come around to the Fords because his daughter is one of the Fords, but Delia doesn't know that, so she's running for her dear life. Literally, she's like running for her dear life from the menace. Menace is like, "Hey, hold up, come on, hold up, I want to talk to you." And Delia's like, "No, man, you're gonna kill me, or put me away in a mental hospital." Well, the boyfriend doesn't know either that the menace has converted to being part of the Ford. So he challenges and says, "Run this way. I know this area. I was born and raised here. Run that way. He will never find you." So she does, and then the boyfriend faces the menace, and when the boyfriend was like getting ready to fight, but then the menace is like, "Listen, I am one of you guys." And it's like, we know that. And it's like, yes, but my daughter, see my daughter right here? I can't do this anymore. I mean, basically, it just kind of explains that. So Delia gets away anyway from the menace. But the whole thing is that's when the husband leaves. But then at some point, the menace catches up to Delia. Delia's looking back at the menace. Menace looking back at Delia. And the menace starts
Well,
talking.
no, because the government brings him back in.
Oh, that's a good one.
The
The
government brings
government
him back
catches up
in.
to Charles and Delia, and Delia's wanting to say, Why the hell are you being caught?" He's like, "You don't understand. I was telling you the truth. My daughter is one of the Fords, and I just could not continue
And
doing.
one of the things he says before he's taken back is, "Watch out for my daughter."
Watch out for my daughter." And they take him back in, but in the
They
end,
do incarcerate him, but they let him out so that he could continue his work. That's the deal for him to get out of incarceration.
so
Is
the
for
deal
him.
to get out of incarceration is to let him out again,
Yep.
and for him to continue his work. And Delia takes the little girl and strips their skin.
And oh, wait, no, no, no. The foster child is his child.
The foster child is his child. That's a good one. And we never knew that until the
Nope.
end.
Nope.
"Take care of my daughter for me." And
Yep.
she's like, "What?" "She is my daughter." And then she says, "Yes, he is my father."
Yep.
And then they both look at each other like, "What?"
Yeah. Yeah.
It's like a
Exactly. That's
surprise. Like,
crazy.
"What?" You know?
Interesting plot twist.
Interesting plot twist. So this is something we got to
Interesting.
work in, but we're getting the ideas out. I mean, as you guys know, we just started this a week ago. If you're listening to this, we are still formulating the whole plan, and we're recording this audio so that we don't forget these ideas.
Right.
And we still have to construct it and put it on paper.
Mm-hmm.
Um, but in order to pass over, if you die, even as a Ford, if you die in
In
your
your human.
carbon-based body, you will die. That's why it's imperative that you don't get shot or killed, and a lot of Fords do get killed by the government.
Right, which is why they can't evolve.
And
That's what stops the evolution.
right,
What
but
the menace tells them, that's the way to stop them from evolving.
right,
Which is why instead of just, that's why they're getting shot and killed.
because maybe how it's discovered is people think, okay, in order for me to pass over completely, I need to, jump off a bridge, and then they realize, no, that's not the way to do it. Stop it. At first,
Oh, that
people were
shit is
committing
hot.
suicide.
Yeah,
They people were committing suicide, but then they realized, no, don't do that anymore. You're killing yourselves. You're literally killing yourself. You're not passing over. And
You're
at first,
not getting to the
people don't
evolution.
know how to transfer over until the end when people start pulling their skin.
Or when they start dying and allowing the natural death to happen.
Natural death, right? It has to be a natural death, either natural death or
The skin just starts pulling
or
off.
the skin just starts peeling off at a
Right.
certain point. After a certain point of once you
Right.
get all the information downloaded.
Exactly.
Once you get all the information downloaded, then your skin peels. Or if you die of natural death, you can pass over. But if you get killed, murdered, or if you commit suicide, you don't pass over.
No. No, you did
That
not.
is
Hot. I don't know if you did, but you're recording this shit now, and
no.
it's
What?
hot.
Okay. Before I start the recording, what was I saying earlier that we were like, fuck yeah?
I think we were talking to Sean.
And what was that?
No, we got that. I think we got that. Sean, did we get that?
Well, I don't know if we got it on video. No, we didn't
No,
get it
he
on
no, he
audio.
says we got it. We got it. We got everything that he said and everything that was supposed to be recorded. It's recorded now.
When did we record that? This morning? No, it
No,
was like a few hours ago.
right now.
No, 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 no. Remember about an hour or two ago, we
Mhm.
were talking to Sean and we came up with an idea and we were like, fuck yeah, that's tight. What
No,
was that?
we got that. You just said it. Seriously, everything that needed to be said was just said.
Oh, and I brought it back again.
Yes.
Oh, okay, and I put it all together.
Right,
Okay,
right.
okay. No,
Yes, sir.
I
Yes,
remember.
sir.
Just a
You
few.
did.
This is an hour ago. This is why it's very important for us to record. Because about an hour ago, I came up with an idea, and I just said it just now. So I forgot what I said, and well, anyway. Anyway,
This is crazy.
I'm gonna upload this now.
This is crazy. Wait, hold on.
Oh wait, okay, we got more.
No, we have no fucks to give.
Oh, the model
Evolve
is
or
the
die.
main title or the main motto is I got no fucks to give.
Evolve or die.
No, that's
Make the
it,
choice
babe.
to
I
make
think that's it.
no, no, no. Evolve or die. Make the choice to make the journey. That's
That's too long,
the
babe.
whole thing, though.
Okay, it could be the whole thing, but the short part is I got no fucks to give. The long part is
Well, see, we can't sell. I got no fucks to give. Okay, so let's sell it like this: make the choice to make the journey.
that could be on the back of the t-shirt. Okay, so if it was a t-shirt, it'll be I got no fucks to give in the back. Forward, evolve or die. What was it?
Make the choice to make the journey.
Make the choice. Period.
No, make the choice to make the journey. It's not make the choice
Okay, make the
because
choice
you
to
gotta
make the
make
journey.
because you
Okay.
gotta do both.
Okay.
Uh,
All
and
right.
then making the
I'm gonna
journey.
put that on the website now. All
Yes,
right. Peace out.
make the choice to make the journey is seriously. Yep, we'll talk about it.
Another idea came up. It's found out sometime maybe in the later, maybe a season or two, that the this whole thing was an experiment. Is an experiment. I'm talking about everything around us right now. Like if you look around your house right now, you look outside the door, you walk to the store, you go to work. It's all an experiment. But things have gone horribly wrong with the experiment because humanity did not evolve in the right way. In fact, we have never evolved at all. We still live in a very primitive way. Even though in the last 100 years we seem to think that we are evolving. We've been to the moon. Yeah, okay. We have the internet. We have cars, flying machines called the planes, and helicopters and stuff.
And then
We think that's
every
evolution.
person that helps us evolve gets killed.
And yeah, and I'll say it in a minute. But yet, if you imagine that all those people who have invented stuff in the past all died early for some reason. Like look at Hughes, look at any inventors of the past. Most inventors that invent something dies of an early age for some reason. I mean, you can name a bunch of people, people who were creators and invented stuff. For some reason they die of something. Look at Einstein. Look at
Steve Jobs.
Steve Jobs. I mean, anybody who's brilliant in a very big way. If for some reason they're like overly smart and they become big, they somehow die. We got to worry about that guy who owns Facebook, Mark Zuckerberg. But anyway, just saying that because Steve Jobs, Einstein, and all these brilliant people. And I know a lot of people are thinking, well, what about the black inventors? Well, unfortunately, I don't know any on top of my head. There are a
Well,
lot of black inventors, out there, and even they died for some reason or another. That's not natural death. It's always something horrible, and so we have to think about that because they're living in a world that doesn't allow for that to happen. It's not that type of world. We live in a world that's very primitive. We never evolved. and we're not moving beyond that. People who think
No,
big within.
they want the technology, and they don't, and the other people don't want to give it up.
Right, they want the technology, but never people don't want to give it up. Um, the fact is, it's all about money too, and they're thinking about it for the wrong reason. Steve Jobs is nothing but money. He was all about the money, all about making it big, and so it's always the wrong reason behind it. So here's the thing. Um, what's the point? The whole thing is an experiment. We had wars, we got famine, we got, you know, um, there's even a conspiracy theory of AIDS being implanted amongst the Africans to try to kill them all. I mean, there's all kinds of just dirty things going on against humanity. People killing for sport, not for food. That you're supposed to kill for food, not for sport. And so, it's all this stuff, and people have not never gotten together for a better purpose. So what the aliens find out, or what the aliens are telling the forward people, is that we here to correct that mistake, and we're here to show you a better way. We made a few mistakes, maybe in your DNA programming, and we're here to fix it. We let this go on for too long, for over, how long have humans been on this earth? 100,000 years, something like that. 50,000 years.
For the aliens, it's only been like a blink of an eye.
It's like a blink of an eye to aliens, because remember, perfect beings can live for however long they want to live. If you want to live for 200,000 years, you pay. So be it. You make that choice. So and you have pretty much forever to build and not worry about trying to do something in the amount of time that you're trying to do it. If you want to travel about the stars and it takes 100,000 years to go from one edge of the galaxy to the other, if you consider there's no warp drive, traveling at the speed of light, you can do that and still come back and still be happy, and all your friends will still be there because no one died. you know and so it's because it is an experiment. The aliens are trying to correct it, and the four people are told this. And what else does Sean make a point about?
Yeah, keep
That's
going.
it. But what else? What else?
Exactly, and that's why we are trying to evolve. We're trying to get back home
Where we're trying to get back home to a better world, to a better possible future. Remember, there's
to
two
where we
futures.
belong.
The future is the future where we're going right now, and it's a fucked up future. In fact, at some point, the Ford, or maybe Delia and a few other Fords, actually get to see the world that is coming to be. Fucked up, crazy. All 50 states have been disbanded, has been separated from the union. There is no more union. There's all 50 states pretty much running their own country. Maybe some states join other states, but the fact is, it's a totally different world. People fighting each other. It's like wild wild west. No law, no military, no people stealing off each other, not feeling safe. You're basically, yeah. When you walk down the streets of LA, you got to watch your back, but you're really watching your back in the future. But the possible future is what we're trying to project here. Is better, and that's what we're trying to get to. All right, I think that's it. That's it for now. Okay, peace out. Test this out real quick.
I just wonder who is going to be Delia.
Testing
Because I'm going to
one,
feel some kind of way.
one, two, three.
I am.